My plan to take a cookie. My goal is simple and diabolical. I have coordinated a complicated heist to ensure my capture of one of my sister's prized cookies, which are intended for her friends. In 14 minutes she will take the cookies out of the oven. At this point I have approximately 15 minutes until the cookies have cooled enough for me to take one. However, my sister plans to move those cookies as soon as they have cooled. So I need to intercept them before she can lock them away in her plastic container and after she has removed them from the pan. How will I do this? I will need a most villainous distraction. Now, my sister is best friends with a boy named Matthew. If he were to call, she would drop everything and answer the phone. As such, I have reprogrammed my home caller ID to say Matthew when I call the house. As she moves to answer the phone, I am already en route to take the cookies. I steal 3 of the 12, dump the rest on the floor, and let the dog eat them. I then rush back and re-edit the caller ID. My sister sees the dog eating the cookies and suspects him while I eat 3 cookies in my room, free of suspicion. Myevilplan, my plan to ruin his favorite drink. I work at a pizza shop, and me along with all other delivery boys get free fountain drinks all night. One of the drivers loves iced tea, and drinks it all night. It's time to ruin that simple pleasure. For a week, every delivery he goes on I will add 1 minute pinch of garlic powder. Such a small amount that it will never be noticed. As each week progresses, I will add 1 more tiny pinch of garlic powder, changing what his taste buds like subconsciously. He will slowly and unknowingly develop a taste for garlic powder in his iced tea. I will do this for a year, until you can barely see the small pieces of powder. He will not notice he's drinking the garlic, as he is now accustomed to the flavor. Then I will hit the final day. On this day, I will not add any powder. None. His drink will be just as it's supposed to taste. Then, he will take the first sip, and wonder where the hell this drink came from. What's missing? What happened? It will be glorious. My very evil plan to eradicate slogans such as swag and YOLO. I become a tyrannical dictator, much like Stalin or Hitler, and use phrases that are similar in their manner to Heil Hitler, only instead I use YOLO and swag and other sorts of douchey words. That way, when I eventually fall from power, anyone who uses those words will be seen as a supporter of me and punished accordingly. Soon, all of these words will lead to criminal offenses, and everyone will be too scared to use them. Helium. I'm going to hoard it. This is a long-term plan. We're running out of helium. You've probably already heard. But at the moment you can buy it all over the place. I'll buy a canister a month, in addition to making it my only gift request from friends and family for birthdays and holidays. Then, in 60 years, when I have one of the largest helium stockpiles left on Earth, I'm going to do a podcast in which I read the Twilight and 50 Shades of Grey series unabridged in a high-pitched voice. Just hours and hours of wasting a precious resource on worthless, obscure, for the time, literature. I'll call it evil, truly evil. Well, not long ago, I learned ants cannot die from falling due to that their terminal velocity is not fast enough. So the plan is simple: round up some fire ants, get on a plane, and carpet bomb my enemies with fire ants. They'll see a dark shroud falling on them and soon be surrounded by some very angry little insects. My long-term plan to induce hysteria. I have, with the assistance of some of my compatriots, been slowly driving one of my targets insane. I have, through various means, created a surveillance network throughout the school. Not cameras and microphones, but people. These people gather up, parts of the target's conversations, without his knowledge, and bring back the parts that he seems to be talking about most. I then talk to him and introduce the subjects that he would most likely talk about, and interrupt him with points that are similar to the ones he is about to make. I need to change them slightly so that he doesn't suspect anything. The next phase of the plan will be, through third parties, to subliminally implant the idea that I have some sort of sixth sense, something which he does not believe in. This will cause him to question all that he holds true, making him easily impressionable. I can use this to either make him see me as superhuman, or reveal the entire intricate plot to him. Either way seems like fun. Also, mayonnaise. Go to a concert and throw out hundreds of guitar picks at the same time the guitarist throws his. Mass chaos will ensue as everyone scrambles find the real pick amongst the fake ones, the infamous poop burrito. This is more of a story than a plan, but I think that this sub is the best place to put it. To start it off, I have a friend John who is notorious for eating off other people's plates. In the middle of a meal, after you're done eating, it doesn't matter. He will eat your food. I've let him know multiple times to never touch my fucking food ever, but he didn't listen. So me and a friend decide to prank him to send him a message. Now John loves a certain burrito restaurant. He is obsessed with it, often eating it twice a day. So I decide to go to the restaurant and order the biggest, most corn-laden burrito you have ever seen, easily the size of a small baby. I get some extra tortillas, tin foil, and a bag from the restaurant as well. Several hours later, the unholy poop beast is ready to be unleashed, and in one of my more shameful moments I drop one of the most disgusting poops I have ever seen into this burrito shell. I wrap it, put it in tin foil, drop it in a bag and cover it with some chips. I go to his dorm room, put the bag in front and hammer on his door before bolting for my life. While all this is happening, my friend calls him on the phone, making small talk with him so we can hear his reaction. Now any normal person upon seeing a random bag of food on their doorstep, having no idea who or where it's from, wouldn't eat anything out of it. But not this guy. He is giddy as hell about receiving free food from his favorite restaurant, and starts eating some of the chips I placed in the bag. He finds the burrito, starts unwrapping it and is about to take a bite before he comments on the odd smell. He opens the burrito, and lo and behold there lies my giant corny turd, staring him down. He freaks out. Just absolutely loses it. He hangs up with my friend and we all start dying with laughter. I damn near suffocated myself from laughter, tears rolling down my face and everything. The next day I see him at work and let him know it was me, and to not eat food off my plate. He's livid, threatens revenge and tells me how I have forever ruined burritos for him. In the end he doesn't actually do anything. He knows I am the master pranker and doesn't want to escalate a prank war with me where the opening salvo is a poop burrito disguised as his favorite meal. But he did learn his lesson and no longer eats off our plates anymore. Around work he can't live down the poop burrito story. I've garnered a reputation around the office for it, with higher-ups I don't even know asking me where's a good place to get a poop burrito around here. If you guys like this story, I got plenty more pranks, poop pranks being a staple, making local puzzle people go crazy. So, I'm gonna buy a lot of 1,000 to 5,000 piece puzzles, open them, lose 10 pieces of every one and mix and match 5 pieces that look about the same. Then use a plastic sealer to make them look like they're new and put them in a second-hand store for a really low price. I'm going to be doing this for a long time to make people stay away from the local second-hand puzzles here, so in the long run they will be seen as an unwanted product in second-hand stores and their price will drop, eventually leaving them all for me to pick up at a bargain price.